Hey y'all, TT here. I'm so happy to be back. I hope you guys have the best weekend ever. This message is going to be for all my beautiful Tauruses out there that um trying to decide what you want to do. I know that sounds very vague, so let me explain. Okay, let me explain. Trying to decide if you want to stay in a relationship or get out of it. Okay, if you even want to be married. Okay, which is no coincidence because we did stir the pot a little bit on Friday, right? I asked you guys, do y'all want a relationship? Do you want a traditional marriage? Do you want an unconventional marriage? So this is no surprise that the ethers is picking up on the question, right? So spirit is giving y'all a little tidbit, giving y'all a little, showing you guys how when your thoughts shift, so does the energy, right? When there is something in the ethers, it is a direct reflection of what is going on or what's being stirred up in your subconscious, right? Which would really make us think, like, when we're scrolling, like, how many random thoughts come to our mind, right? How many things are like just jumping into our subconscious, right? So I feel like for those of you that you're picking up what spirit is putting down, you'll understand what I mean when I say that. All right, moving on. So something feels a little postponed. Okay, so if you've been feeling like something's been postponed, maybe your twin flame, maybe a counterpart, or just a relationship in general, some of you may be leaving a home or having a reunion, or plans to go to like a family reunion may be canceled, or like to just meet up with family or friends may feel canceled at this point. Whatever you've been doing, like community wise, maybe you want to spend more time to yourself. These are for all my Tauruses that you live an unconventional lifestyle, right? You may have a demanding work schedule, okay? Or maybe you might need someone that's going to have the roles reversed, right? Maybe you are a hardworking feminine and you need someone that's going to be willing to reverse the roles for you and not really need like this traditional submissive type of relationship. You need someone that's going to be open to sharing the roles, right? In today's times, like, our reality looks different, and if someone's only expecting you to play one role, how does that work for you? So which brings us to today's reading. So if you are new, TT here, welcome to our little love nest over here on Talk Taurus Tarot. If you're returning, welcome back. I love your freaking faces. So yeah, let's see what channeled message spirit has. Spirit, what message do you have for my Tauruses? So, Nine of Wands. I know this is a prank. Spirit, this is hilarious. All right, this brings us back to Fridays. If you guys did not watch the Taurus show on Friday, check it out. It was dope. It was so awesome. The current energy is still the Nine of Wands. Okay, so this message now, Spirit wants to, like, let's get in there. Let's talk about it. The Nine of Wands, the wounded warrior. Life has taught you. Okay, for my Tauruses, life has taught you. You know, you didn't get a handout. You didn't have no one there to make things easy for you. You had to get it. You had to take action. You had to be a boss. You had to, take care of your family. You had to provide, whether you were male or female. These are the cards that you have been dealt. Okay, I'm going to say it again. These are the cards that you have been dealt. You are realizing that we are living in 2022. Okay, and in 2022, birds don't no longer walk. They no longer fly. They walk. If y'all have not noticed, like, I live in Texas and there's a lot of crows out here, and I'm originally from Miami, Florida, and I'm used to seeing pigeons walking upon the ground. But however, in Texas, the crows don't be flying, honey. They walk like pigeons. Okay? They chill with you. So there's a lot of things that are already out of balance, all right, of that circle of life. The natural mother nature of things. Those things are already out of balance. So when you make a deal with a partner, you really are looking at the reality of the situation. Like, traditions are fine, but does that mean I have to give up my dreams and ambitions and just play this one role? Does that mean that I can only be, in the kitchen? Or does that look like I could have it all? Nine of Wands. You've already come this far and you ain't never needed help before. So why the change? I feel like that's what Spirit is trying to say right now. Like, you've come this far and you had to learn how to tap into your masculine and your feminine energy. You had to adapt to the environment. The roles were reversed. So, the society put you in a position where you had to like get with the times or get lost with it. So I'm picking up Taurus and Aries energy. So now we have a lot of energies going on where rolling with the punches. Your lifestyle is looking unconventional. So maybe an unconventional relationship might suit you well. Look at that. Expectations in reverse. I feel like this role is especially coming out. You've been dealing with a lot of immature people. You've had a lot of people in your life that have come and they weren't able to maintain the responsibilities of being a man or a woman. They weren't taught how to do it. Okay, if they was a man, they wasn't taught how to be a man. They didn't have fathers. They didn't have mature people around them teaching them anything. And if you were a woman, you probably didn't have the same, because your mother and father, whatever, your mother had to be more masculine than she was feminine. So all of these things are coming up to the surface. Okay, this is what Spirit wants to talk about. Spirit doesn't want you to worry. Okay, they don't want you to worry about the what feels like an uncomfortable change is like a blessing in disguise. What's behind here? The Queen of Cups. Oh, so there she is. Okay, the Queen of Cups. Emotions, like even though you have to work hard and you have to hustle, or you have to sign deals, make hard decisions, you got to be the disciplinarian, you got to rule with an iron fist, you have people that rely on you, you got family to feed. Okay, some of you, and you're just trying to maintain your ship. Okay, forget the rest of the world. Like, I know I have a purpose, but right now I need to be able to make sure I'm able to pay my bills. Right now I need to be able to make sure I'm able to put food on my table. So these are the Tauruses that Spirit wants to talk to in this reading. So let's get Spirit's message. I knew I was feeling it. Okay, because there's like, if you're going to ask me to change, you need to be able to know and trust that whoever your partner is, they're going to be able to fill the shoes that they have pretty much created, right? Otherwise, like, who wants to be up under a bridge with another person because they don't know how to be a man? Or who wants to like be mistreated and abused by a woman that don't know how to nurture or love? So there's a lot of concerns coming from both angles. It's interesting, we have feminine energy over here with expectations in reverse. At this point, you're not trying to you don't have any expectations. If you're a feminine energy, you don't have any more expectations. You're not waiting around for someone to come and save you. You're not looking to be a damsel in distress. Masculine energy, you're saying like, I will be that person for the right one. I will step up and do it for the right one. But then Spirit is looking at you, masculine energy, and saying, well, you got to be it if you want to attract it. Okay. So when you start walking and talking and acting like a man, regardless of if you have the responsibilities or not, if you start behaving in the mature manner for that which you are trying to attract or call in, then the divine masculine or the feminine energy that you want will reciprocate. But how do we get there when both energies are wounded? How do we get there when both energies feel like, what's the point, right? So masculine energy is saying, well, I'm just going to sit here and wait for the shit to happen. So we got a little disconnect, and Spirit wants to bridge the gap. I'm only here as a guiding light in between both energies. Spirit has placed me here for a reason. I'm just the messenger, you guys. Y'all know I love you. So if I come off a little, stern, I have to give it to you the way Spirit's giving it to me. Thank you for the confirmation, Spirit. I love you too. So we got emotions running high, and this has been the journey, and this has been the story to the collective that I'm called to. Can I get one more, please, Spirit? 5. So there's a change of heart coming here. Okay, yes, through Spirit's guidance, there is going to be, there's hope. All hope is not lost. Spirit has said, all hope is not lost. You are not being forgotten. You're not being forsaken. They want you not to worry. 33, this is mastering thyself. A lot of times when I look at this energy, I also see an individual energy, right? Because this is our masculine and feminine energy. But if you don't give the feminine energy anything to expect, how can she procreate, right? Think about it. Let me talk to my men out there for a second, because I know I have a lot of men on my channel, or masculine energy on my channel, no matter the gender. If you don't give a standard for women to expect, how can she create from anything? How can she create from that? One of the biggest ingredients that feminine energy needs is to know that when I plant this seed, it's not going to wither, right? I need to know the laws of the universe. I need to know the expectations of what my partner is asking for. I need to know what's the expectations of the seasons, right? Because emotions also represent the seasons, right? We have cycles of the moon. We can expect that every 3 months there's a new season abroad, right? As feminine energy, we can expect that every once a month our period will come on. So to ask of feminine energy not to have expectations is to send her a direct subconscious message that you don't even understand the cycles in which everything sprouts, withers, and grows. And to my feminine energy, my females out there that embody feminine energy, as well, if you never give them the expectation, right, and you never create the standard, how can masculine energy ever know what it is you want? So there's a miscommunication between how this is linked together. All right. When mature energy is coming up in reverse, this is saying that a lot of the decisions is not that a lot of things that masculine energy is asking for is coming from a superficial place. Okay? It's not coming from a place of wisdom because they lack experience. What they know is I can get it regardless. There are people out there that don't require much of me. So why would I ever have to rise to that occasion? So yes, Spirit is saying, Divine Feminine, you don't lower your standards to appease them. Okay? Because if you never create the standard, they will never know that there is one to begin with. So they're asking you to allow yourself to feel those emotions that have been repressed, so you can actually create intentions that will bring the right action that you want from a man or a masculine energy. So this is why when Spirit asks you, what do you want? Spirit's asking you to ask yourself, what are the emotions that make you feel unhappy? You don't have to ignore them or deny that they exist. Acknowledge them, allow them to come to the surface, right? So it no longer has to be postponed, and then you can have that relationship or reunion. So I feel like a lot of the Taurians have dealt with people leaving their life or walking out on them, and when they needed them most, they weren't there. They did not rise to the occasion. And the truth of the matter is, majority of the masculine energies that are showing up in this reading didn't know how to. They don't know how to. One of the three major things that they want, even those things that they think they want, are not based from a mature, wise perspective. They're based off of comforts. Okay? They're based off of the needs of a child. A child needs to be fed. A child needs validation. A child needs praise. A child needs constant validation, recognition. Praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me, praise me. Tell me I'm doing a good job. Love me, love me, love me, love me. Because their internal navigational system has taught them, the people that have come before them have taught them that that is how you know that you're doing a good job. And as long as you keep those things going, you're in a good realm. But there's more to it, right? Because a lot of those actions, they haven't been taught that when you praise a woman, Okay? When you water a woman and when you realize that through her everything is created, when you channel the energy that way, you stimulate growth in that woman. They haven't been taught that. They've been taught the reverse. Okay? They've been taught through I do, and that's supposed to get me the validation that I need. I gotta make the money. I do this, I X, Y, and Z. Those are the traditions that divine feminine are saying no. That doesn't honor divine feminine energy. That you have turned divine feminine energy into a factory. Produce babies, produce food, produce cleaning, produce this. And that's why divine feminine energy is left feeling depleted and drained or misused and abused in relationships, because the key is, if a man knew how to water a woman properly through emotions, okay, it's through her emotions where everything grows. When you put thoughts into her subconscious that makes her feel insecure, you will produce more insecure manifestations in your environment with those females. So spirit is really trying to help y'all tap into some divine light right now. This is the blockage, okay? Spirit is saying this is the blockage, what you refusing to see. Okay? And I don't know where this is coming from, the Ten of Swords. They want it to stop, right? Spirit is saying this stuff got to stop. Divine feminine energy is the flower. It is the flower. And if you if you wilt the flower and you don't water it and you keep cutting it, rather than taking it from its environment and forcing it to change and feed your ego, divine masculine, you can leave the plant in the ground, right? You can leave the plant in the ground, allow her to feel whole. But to cut the flower and take it home with you, and I want to make this person my perfect partner for me, is selfish. Spirit putting this flower here is so important, because you see the cycles of the seasons, right? There's a time where a woman needs that solitude to herself. And then there's a time where she will come back out and she will bloom. But how does masculine energy take that? They take it as, oh, you're just having mood swings, right? And it's showing divine masculine that you need to heal. Okay? You don't make her feel secure, male or female. That feminine energy doesn't feel secure. It can't reproduce anything if you're not giving it anything bright to look forward to. So wherever you're receiving your guidance from, all right, masculine energy, because I know you guys are watching too. Wherever you're receiving your guidance from, look at that, the Page of Wands still came out, and I put it back. Wherever you're receiving your guidance from, these visions, these thoughts, these ideas, who's giving it to you? Who's giving it to you? You're being encouraged to look the other way. Oh, I don't want to be bothered with that. And then here divine feminine is where I can't give you love. You're going to hurt me. You're going to betray me. You're going to cut me from my roots. You're going to take me from my intuition. I get further and further away from feeling solid in my own ground, solid in my own body, the more I have to constantly hold your attention. It doesn't even process like the proper cycle. And divine feminine reads that, and their mind is telling them Two of Swords. That's a red flag, because I have to groom you. You don't know how to properly feed into the divine feminine. That's just pretty much what spirit is saying. It's coming off as toxic. These expectations of how you should invest in a relationship is coming off extremely toxic, imbalanced, okay? Like making a deal with the devil at this point, and divine feminine ain't having it. And this is why, It used to be a time and day when humanity, when you would see a woman walking across the street, men would come and help her walk the bags across the street. They would help facilitate her. There are things that traditionally did happen, but those traditions are long gone. And the only way to get certain traditions back that were for the benefit of humanity and the benefit of fostering a healthy relationship is by starting with the Hermit and the Page of Wands. Okay? Really, divine masculine needs to be humbled. Yeah. I was watching something, I think it was Sammy said it. He was talking about, like, when the Hermit and the Page of Wands, this is that the Page of Wands is that powerful leader. Okay, the Page of Wands is a visionary. I have great visions for my family. I want to be able to lead. I want to be able to, be a great leader. Well, as divine masculine, you got to go to that mountaintop with this Hermit energy. You got to go to that mountaintop so you can receive that guidance. When you have been disconnected at a young age from your ancestors, your traditional role as a leader, when leaders around you have been corrupt, when leaders around you or people before you has done things at a young age to make you pull away and view divine feminine energy as a means to your ambitions. Divine feminine was never created as just a means to your ambition. It was always created to serve humanity, the both of you as equal counterparts. So I think it was one I posted in the community tab. Sammy was talking about how he went to a mountain per se, and he had an experience. He had his own experience with God. God is revealing himself to Sammy on a personal level. So that personal relationship is required in order for you to be a great leader. All right. Divine spirit is already working on the divine feminine in their heart. Okay. 10 of Swords. I don't want to be betrayed. So here you have spirit telling divine feminine, you got to open up your heart chakra. We have to work on your heart. We have to work on these emotions, right? We have to get you having faith again. But when they're having faith after getting out of a toxic situation, what makes you think that they want to go back into that same toxic situation with another person? Because everywhere they go, they're meeting people that are refusing to do the work. They're refusing to go through that hermit process. If you've never studied the hermit archetype, it's a place where you go within yourself and you break away from those material things that you've been trying to fight so hard to maintain or to achieve. When you stop trying to chase money, or you stop trying to hold on to the things that you felt validated your worth as a male or a female, then you would realize that everything flows to you a lot more naturally. Everything comes to you a lot more easily. It's like running in a spinning wheel, like a rat running on a wheel. You run, chasing the cheese. But if you just surrender and stop fucking chasing the cheese, i.e. the bag, or i.e. whatever the Seven of Pentacles is for you, you just stop the wheel. And if you reach within yourself, you would know, like, I'm running for no reason. I'm chasing for no reason. If I just would allow the cheese to fall, I would have it in my hand already. So I hope that example made sense to somebody, whoever is meant to make sense for. Because Spirit's about to work wonders in your life, whoever you are. They want you to know that it has not been in vain. It has not been for no reason. The solitude, the sacrifices, the shadow work, all the things that you've been doing on yourself. Spirit wants you to know, like, you're on the right track with this star energy. You're on the right track. You're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. And I know it might feel like it's taking long, but if you can hear my voice and you can hear what I'm saying to you, then you would know what you would just know. Trust your internal knowing. Spirit, what do you want to, before I do this, let's get you a tea leaf message and we're going to close this thing out. October. Victory is victory in some endeavor. So in October, there's about to be some type of victory. It's happening now. Good fortune. All right. Protection from a powerful friend. So someone that's in a very powerful position is going to like endorse you, support you, whatever it is, protect you, because something about something you're doing needs the protection. Divine feminine, divine masculine, whatever you're doing, you need this protection at this time. Misunderstanding. Look at that bridge. It's connecting both back to each other. Great happiness. Look at that. Throne. Position of authority. Someone's taking a vacation as well. Congratulations. Money will be coming to you. Listen. This is beautiful energy. Even if you don't understand it now, when you come back to it, no matter how long it is, when you're guided to see this reading, I don't care if it's a year from now, know that this reading is meant for you. You'll feel it in your bones. You'll feel it in your spirit. Okay? When the Beatles here, this is prophecy. Okay? This is Spirit is speaking on prophecy right now. The right person is being guided. You being guided. Y'all are being guided right to each other. Okay. So we have courage, healing, chaos. So there's a transformation happening, and abundance. Look again, the flower. So this healing, having the courage to heal what's like the chaos, the distractions. Okay. And taking the risk towards this like eagle. I saw an eagle. Was it? I think it was yesterday afternoon. It was like a really big eagle that like from my balcony, it like shaded the whole. I was like, damn, that's a big eagle. I ain't never seen something so big. But these are like fruits from the tree of life at this point. It has a lot to do with your purpose and the reason why you're being guided to take these risks and go through those different tests. It's all for something. All right. We have a divine feminine and divine masculine energy right here. That has gone through a lot of shit with this courage here. Hit a lot of roadblocks. You know, there's certain things that you guys, this is a divine counterpart here where I feel like the roadblocks that you guys have been experiencing has been because you guys are not together. Whoever you are, you guys are meant to be together, and you'll see that through you guys working together, when you get that counterpart, it's nothing but abundance. Okay. So Spirit wants you to know that the season of doing it on your own and hitting these roadblocks and trying to triumph by yourself is ending. Okay. And it is going to be one of the things that like, it's going to stand the test of time, because I feel like you guys will create your own tradition. You're going to create your own rules. And you're doing it against the grain here. And you guys are not each other's enemy in this situation. So, you know, take it how it resonates. Claim it when it does. As always, I'm sending y'all lots of love, wisdom, and guidance on your journey. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Bye.